Will Bradley Chubb have more sacks than Von Miller this year?
No.
I would think no, but all it takes is an injury to Von Miller, or Von Miller getting all the attention and Chubb getting getting one-on-one matchups and taking advantage of it, which I think is plausible. Just saying it's plausible.
I don't know why I can't. What's that? Glasscocks. What a name.
You're still on it. It is, by the way, his real name. So.
Oh, that's phenomenal. Please be a teacher.
When you're a dog, everyone's going to love you. All right, Kyler Panek. Should the Packers draft Dakota Allen and let Jake Ryan walk since he's often hurt? I'm down with the idea of letting Jake Ryan walk, but I don't think the instant solution is Dakota Allen. If you want to do that, maybe you draft linebacker early. You got 2 first-round picks. You could probably get one of Devin Bush, Devin White, or Mac Wilson.
Yeah, and I mean, without those 3, it gets pretty slim there at linebacker then. So if you really want one of those linebackers, you better go after one of those top 3.
All right, from Duane, not going to try the last name.
Vanderwerf.
No. Okay, there you go. Yeah,
it's German.
You're German. Thank you. Will the Chiefs re-sign Dee Ford? If not, do you think the Bucs should go after him? I think they'll at least franchise tag him.
Yep.
Therefore, I don't think the Bucs are going to be an option there. If he were a free agent, yes, they should. But I don't think it ends up happening there.
So I'm in the comments section right now, and I see, how about Tracy Weber yeehaw?
Yeah.
Did you see what we did? Did you see what we did? That's what I want to know. Look at this logo. I love it. Chuck. The Apollos. That's what's up.
That's what you focused on.
Yeah.
Because I focused on Sharts. All right, he asks, should the Browns go after DeAndre Baker with their first pick? I'm curious to see how Baker runs at the Combine. I've got some speed concerns with him. I don't know if he's going to test all that well. If he does, then absolutely. If he measures where I think he's going to measure, I think Greedy Williams or Byron Murphy are better fits.
I love that Chuck Sharts asked a question about the Browns.
That also works out quite well. All right, Chris Butler, who is a dark horse candidate to land Antonio Brown? Mitch, I will let you go first.
Let me go first. Dark horse. Can we say dark horse on there?
Yeah. You just did like 3 times.
Oh, my Lord. Green Bay Packers.
I like that one. I was actually going to go NFC North as well, believe it or not. Detroit Lions.
Ew.
With a package involving Marvin Jones.
Ew.
Yeah.
Seattle Seahawks.
They don't want to run. They don't want to throw it though.
They don't want to throw the ball. I'm gonna go with the Green Bay Packers. That's I think when I rank them, if you guys want to see where I ranked every single team's chances on getting Antonio Brown, go to YouTube.com/chatsportstv. You guys can see it there. Again, it's NFL destinations for Antonio Brown. All 31 of them. Because guess what? The Steelers, they can't trade for A. B. Also, you can hit me up on Twitter at MitchellRenz365 where I break it down there. So it's all good. What do we got?
Chris Butler this time had his caps lock stuck. What will happen to Nick Chubb after the Browns sign Kareem Hunt? I think Chubb is still the guy there.
Yeah, I think from a talent standpoint, I think Kareem Hunt is a more talented running back. I also expect Kareem Hunt to get suspended for at least 6 games.
Yeah.
So I think it depends what's going to happen there. But again, Nick Chubb was really good last year, I think, for the Browns. And I think when Nick Chubb really started to get rolling a little bit, it's also had a little bit to do with Baker Mayfield. But again, I like Nick Chubb there, Kareem Hunt. I think the real question is in that backfield, where's Duke Johnson going?
Fair question. All right, from Christopher, I hope I get your last name right here, Alimonti. Who should the Giants take with the number 6 pick? If you believe in one of the quarterbacks, I think for the Giants, they probably would likely like Dwayne Haskins more than Kyler Murray. It's got to be a quarterback. You got to get your quarterback early. If it's not, you don't believe in them, or you didn't trade up and they're both off the board, then I would consider edge rusher. There are multiple guys, or an offensive lineman. I think Cody Ford would be a great fit in New York, the Oklahoma guy.
All right, so if you're talking about quarterbacks, and I want to know from everybody watching, Dwayne Haskins or Kyler Murray, because I think I'm one side and you're the other.
What side are you on?
Kyler Murray.
Okay, because I haven't decided yet, and I've been pushing off making my decision, but it's 1A, 1B. I'm very curious how Kyler Murray handles the interviews at the Combine.
I'm not. I've seen Kyler Murray for an entire year. Give me Kyler Murray.
I'm not talking about the on-the-field stuff. I'm talking about the off-the-field, the leadership, the focus, all that kind of stuff. How does he handle getting grilled? Because it's different in the NFL.
I get it.
In New York as well, with that media. Like,
he was at Oklahoma. I think if there's a college that might get you as prepared for the NFL, Oklahoma has a lot of coverage there. There's a lot of hype there. coming in after the Baker Mayfield just won the Heisman.
Yeah.
He's done everything possible. I think if he was 2 inches taller, first round, he'd be the first overall pick.
I don't know. I still have some, like, on the field, give me Kyler.
See,
but it's not
Claude
just
Evans
on
is
the
going
field.
Murray. Thank you. Trav Miller says Tyree Jackson. You're drunk. Get out of here.
Tyree's going to be a developmental guy. We'll see how he ends up going there. All right, David Gutierrez. Mitch, I'll let you take this one. If the Raiders fire Tom Cable, and he's right, which they should because he sucks, who takes his job?
Literally anybody's
Good
better
answer.
than Tom Cable.
Good answer.
Literally anybody. I want you guys, if you guys don't know who Tom Cable is, I mean, it's just, he's the worst offensive line coach I believe I've ever seen. David, if you don't subscribe, youtube.com/Raiders Report. But 2017, the Seattle Seahawks, the worst offensive line in the NFL. Tom Cable leaves the Seattle Seahawks. The Seahawks lead the NFL in rushing yards. Then the Raiders give up 52 sacks in 2018. They gave up 42 sacks in 2016, 2017 combined. Fire Tom Cable. Get rid of Cable. Subscribe, youtube.com/ChatSportsTV.
All right, next up from Joe Maps. I think it's pronounced Maps. Let me know if I'm wrong on that. If so, I apologize in
Mapes.
advance. Which has a better chance of happening? AB or Bell or both? He wants us to say both, so you can say both.
AB.
He's right, but I'll say both for you. But it's AB. I don't think they really go after.
I think it's AB.
I don't think they go after Lev Bell.
AB would be pretty with Andrew Luck.
It'd be a fun. Him and T.Y. Hilton?
Do you think AB has over 100 receptions if he plays with the Colts?
Yes.
Okay.
I think AB gets 100 receptions no matter where he goes.
Okay.
All right, from Andy, who was a longtime Cowboys watcher, I know that. Should the Giants take a lineman/defensive player in the draft and take Tua/Herbert next year? If you don't believe in Haskins or Murray, then yes.
Where's Lawrence?
He's not eligible next year.
No?
No. True freshman. He'll be a true sophomore next year.
Okay.
Has to wait until 2021 to be draft eligible.
Okay.
So for Tua or Herbert, yes, if you don't believe in the current guys, the problem is, what if you finish with 6 wins or 7 wins and you're at number 9? Now you got to get up higher. That's where it kind of becomes a bit dangerous. So if you don't believe in the quarterbacks, trade down. Trade and get extra assets for next year to go find your quarterback in the future.
Fair.
Because that's how the NFL is. You got to win.
Yeah.
With a quarterback.
Okay. I agree.
All right, from Chuck Sharts again. What do you think about Ryan Finley and Brett Rippon? So NC State's is Ryan Finley. I'm not a fan. Rippon I haven't watched all that much of. I've seen some flashes. He is the classic, is going to go later than what the media scouts want him to be because he doesn't have the size requirements. He's a bit undersized, not the strongest arm, but I think he's going to have a career at minimum as an NFL backup. So I like Brett quite a bit. He might be higher on my board than Daniel Jones. Finley's not going to.
Well, from what I've heard from Daniel Jones from
He's
you,
bad.
he's not very good.
He's
So
not
I'll
very
take your
good.
word for it. All right, Falcon Mon. What's up, brother? Hashtag NFL. Appreciate it. Who will the 49ers draft pick 2, or will they trade back? I think they pick at 2.
I think because they did the right thing and tanked, they have secured themselves Nick Bosa or Josh Allen, assuming nothing bad comes out about those guys injury-wise before we get to the end of the draft process. So take one of those two, or you get a big package to move back down and take like a Cleveland Ferrell or somebody else, a Brian Burns later on in round 1.
Fair. I mean, I've actually heard some rumors that the Raiders are considering drafting up to spot 2 because they really want an edge rusher. But again, I think even the 49ers would get so much in return, I feel like, for the number 2 pick. So I think that they're going to take either Allen or Bosa.
William Pete, is Jaylon Smith a top 5 linebacker in the NFL? I don't think he's top 5, and I don't mean that as an insult to Jaylon by
Who's
any
the best
stretch of the
linebacker on the Cowboys?
Great question. There is no wrong answer is the correct answer to that one. They're
I want you
both
to answer it.
fantastic. They're 1A, 1B. Depends on what you want. Do you want a guy who's a little bit better blitzing or a little bit better in coverage? If you want a little bit better in coverage, probably Vantage. If you want a little bit better in blitzing, it's Jaylon Smith.
Okay.
There is no wrong answer as far as I'm concerned there. Is he top 5? No, but I do think he's top 10 in the end there.
All right, my man.
Now, today's show brought to you by BetDSI, the internet's #1 sportsbook. Head over to chatsports.com/bet. Use that promo code LIVE120 for a 120% deposit bonus. Mitch, you are not going to find a better deal out there, are you?
And in fact, I challenge you guys to find a better deal out there. Again, it's chatsports.com/bet. Make sure you guys subscribe, youtube.com/chatsportstv. We'll see you later.